Hey there, good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Mobility here in Mallorca, Spain. We're here to do some cycling and training pre-summer, so let's get going. So we're going to start with a double kneeling position, full kneeling position. Take your feet just outside your knees and just a nice big breath. Let's break those hips to the back about 3 inches. Okay, so just a slight bend in the hips and create space between the ribs and the hips. Let's use our measuring sticks for that. Tuck the chin back, chest up, and nice wide through the shoulders. Hold that nice and strong. Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. So we want 360 degrees of expansion through the rib cage. Let's go 5 big breaths. We really want to feel the rib cage expanding. From there, let's take those arms, push the hips back a little bit further, use the weight of the arms into that kneeling founder. Fingertips together, elbows low. Should feel your hamstrings switch on just a little bit, and then maybe just start to spread the sits bones a little bit and start to feel the glutes. If your low back starts to light up in this, just breathe into it. Don't avoid it. Go into it. Go into the light. Hold strong. 5 big breaths here. Create space in your back. Create space on your front. See if you can extend just a little bit further with the tailbone and the fingertips. Create space there. And then slowly bring the hands back and bring the hips back. From there, let's turn it right into the half kneeling position. See if you can get your big toe tucked under in the back. Just a nice big breath. Push the hips back. Keep that lead foot connected to the ground. And then just come right back. You might feel a little bit of high hamstring, and that's kind of what we're after. Push hips back. Keep that head in a nice strong position. Two more of those. Push the hips back, foot on the ground, get a little bit of high hamstring on that left leg. Hold that nice and strong.
Hey.
He doesn't care. It's okay.
Excuse me.
No problem.
I didn't say.
No problem. Okay, right there, we got tons of cyclists here in Mallorca heading out for an amazing day. There's no wind today, or it's very light wind, so we're kind of psyched. Okay, lead foot on the ground, nice big breath. Create space between the ribs and the hips. Push the hips back. Keep that head in a nice, strong, neutral position. And then if you don't feel any tension in that upper hamstring, drive the knee into the midline just a little bit. Try and keep your hands back for now. And right there, the head position, you'll feel adjustments in your spine. If you drop your head, you actually change the whole length of the spine. Okay, let's go into the nice big wide stance. And from here, soft through your knees, hips to the back. And we're just going to glide left, get that nice inner thigh stretch, and then glide to the other left. A little bit of jet lag still. Right side, and again, head stays up. Don't look down, guys. Push your hips back, adductor stretch. Remember, the more we can get activity in the adductors, the more we're going to get abductor, or the outer hip activity. There's always a purpose. Keep those feet turned in. We start to get length and mobility through the ankle complex and through the lower leg. Good. And good. So the more you can push those hips to the back, if I haven't said it enough, it's super important. Okay, so I'm going to use my flip-flop here for my knee. Tuck that under. Nice 90-90 position. 90 degrees. 90 degrees, tuck the big toe under. We're gonna go those same pushbacks. This time, let's add, so we got left leg in front, we're gonna add a right arm reach. So we're pushing back and reaching forward. See if you can get that pinky finger to kind of rotate nice and high. That's gonna take the shoulder and put it in a nice low set position. Nice big reach. Let's go 5 of those. Starting to add a little bit more tension now here in the anterior hip. 2, 3, 4, gently reaching through. You're gonna feel a little tug in the low back. Let's go 1 more of those. And good. Okay, same thing other side. So this is called a half kneeling, 90, 90. From right there, push the hips back, hand reaching forward, corkscrew through with the pinky. Straight through. 2, 3. Keep that head in that nice strong position. Head position is massively important. And good. Let's go 1 extra one of those. Push the hips back, reach the hand forward. Little bit of rotation through that upper back. Okay, let's go back to that nice wide stance there where we did that gliding earlier. Okay, so from right there, we're gonna go into 5 wide founders. So turn those toes in, nice and strong. Hips driving to the back, really working that hip hinge. Push the hips back and come right back out of that. 2, keep those elbows nice and low. 3, you're gonna get high hamstrings. 4, 1 more. And 5. Shake that out just a little bit. And from here, let's go into a woodpecker stance with the left leg back and the right leg in forward. And from here, from the front view, we're gonna rotate that back hip across the front hip. So the left hip coming towards right mid thigh. So from right there, create space, take a big breath. Scoop the hands to the front and let's take a peek over the cliff. So my nose is now about 8 inches in front of that lead leg. And right there, you want to lead the arms from the hips. You end up in just that little bit of rotation. Drop into it. Because this hip is dropping, this shoulder's gonna drop ever so slightly. 2, don't force that. 3, 4, 1 more. Drop, hip drops, shoulder drops. We maintain the integrity of that square between the ribs and the hips. Okay, woodpecker stance, nice and tall, create space. A little bit of forward lean. Hips drive back just a little bit. Scoop the hands from the front. We're gonna bring that right hip in and across. Drop the right shoulder just a little bit. And then come back. We're going back into that rotation. 2. Right hip leads the way. The arms are only moving because the hips are moving. And 1 more. And good. Things are starting to get heated up here in Mallorca. Everybody's heading out for their rides. There are 700 rental bikes with the company that we're renting our bikes from. Every single bike is rented for this entire week. Also, next week is 70.3 Mallorca, so a lot of those athletes are starting to arrive as well. Okay, so right there, push the hips back, and we're just gonna come into that founder and drop, push those hips back even more. See if you can get your fingertips either to the ground, or maybe you have a step stool or a med ball or something like that. So just push those hips back. I can get fingertips to the ground and then come right back up. Let's do a side view there. Push the hips back, hands to the ground, head in a nice strong position. And 2, okay? So if you feel safe getting in and out of that position, you're gonna start with a founder. Toes are turned in, forward fold, nice big reach, drop into a little bit of a squat, bring the hands back to the knees, push yourself back up and come back up. Start in that long wing position, push your hips back, drop your elbows, forward fold, fingertips to the ground. This time let's drop the head. Lift the head, drop into the squat. You can go elbows or hands to the knees and come right back up. Let's go 2 more of those. And 1 more. And good. Okay, so I kind of used mostly my love of foundation training to prepare for sport today in this session. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to probably throw down a couple of bonus sessions. Have a great week. Thanks for joining me today.